battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
47's no spacing. 47's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Set! Like 20. Check pass, check 50. Shit. Watch the ship.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check. 77. 47 right. Hey, orbit. Double bump. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
57, Mike, 57. You must be true. 57 to Mike. 57.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, Conner plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Okay, ready?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check 99. Check 99. Check safety. Hey, lock it. Check 26. Check 26. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run on first down. Foreman. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alpha. Hey, check my 50.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Got it. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? I'm coming. Hard. Hard. Hey, check 20. Hey, exit. Safe. Check. Lucky. Down.
On first down, Foreman. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50. Check tight.
On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
C6. Check 3. Check 8. Stand off. 5.
Here's Foreman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Let's go. 10 logo. 50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Let's go. Check 3. 10. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Foreman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 18-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant. 98's the mic. You're out. Check 9. 5. Pass it. Defense.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Situation, let's go.
Hey, Charlie!
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll go with Foreman, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Leo! Ready?
On the toss, here's Foreman. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Switch.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Albert Rosas on for the field goal.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now. It's Turner, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Get that quarterback. And on court. Slam. He's coming.
What? Squeeze.
Shoot. Check 24. Kill.
61. Matchbox light. Mike, go.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Alert.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's got a first down past the 30 and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Like 80. Show that bench release and go.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, wahoo.
Watch 57's Mike. You can't block me. 57.
Black and third.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
47's the mic. Check, 47. Watch the slant.
Middle.
47 Mike, 47. They gonna need some therapy after this.
These 2.
Mike's 47.
Black.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Quarter. Out. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Jack 16.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Jones, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Monday. Tight up. 49. Check 49.
Solid, 5 down.
Switch. Alert flare.
Take both of them. Let's go.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 11-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
We all now. Hey, switch gears. Under 10. 10. Check 43.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, lock it. Hey, do.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch it.
Go.
Watch twist. Slam.
Big grip.
A carry for Foreman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Jones keeps it himself. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. He's crashing.
Ready? On first down, Foreman. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Steelers take over. Let's go, man. At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Check, 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 check.
Double, double. Middle.
Check the call, check the call.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Black 80.
59. Here we go.
Easy, easy. These 2.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Bravo.
Mike's 59.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30. These two.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Kill, kill, kill.
Snickers, now spin.
Kill, turn it.
No spacing.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready?
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got you. I got you.
Hey, box cut, box cut.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Olivier Vernon. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hard, hard. Let's go.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Foreman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Ready, ready. Hey, high 7.
3 down, 3 down, go.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 37, check 37.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Come to Wild World.
We hit.
Jones operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run with Foreman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, exit.
Watch the pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this.
Deep grip.
Now Foreman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Jam, jam. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the shit. Tighten up, tighten up.
Ready.
Now a give, right side. Foreman, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Rosa's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Take both of them.
52. Good dash. Come.
Take 2 of them.
Check 99.
Here's counter. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Steelers.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Connor. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Connor. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Move 30.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. Back 80.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.